Hi folks, this is video 40 and the title is One Strange Guy. One strange guy. I was on patrol in Windy Valley, and at this point I'm not sure who partnered with me on this particular day. Lou doesn't remember this experience, so it was either Roy or Dick. It was the first day of deer season, year unknown at this time. We were visiting all the hunting camps in the valley. Our tasks were the normal checks. We checked that ear tags were filled out properly and checked to see that licenses belonged to the person in possession of it. We also measured the deer by girth tape for a weight approximation. We checked tooth wear for approximate age as well as the antler point count. All this information was forwarded to the biologists, and like the embryo checks, this information was used to determine health of the herd and making a determination for the amount of antlerless licenses to be allocated the next year. We made vehicle stops when not at a camp. We checked for loaded firearms being transported in vehicles, checked licenses and their deer for the same information. This one vehicle stop is memorable. We stopped the car, and while my partner was checking the driver for the aforementioned information, I moved to the deer. As I recall, he had it tied to the luggage rack on top of his car. It was rather light-colored and somewhat small. I noticed two nice spikes sticking up. Back then, an antler deer needed to have at least one antler 3 inches long or longer to be legal. When I got close, it became evident that it was not a deer. It was a goat. There were about 20 goats running free in the valley. For some reason, this guy shot one. I questioned him about his deer. He swore up and down that it was a spiked buck, and he was serious. There was no law against shooting a free-running goat that no one claimed. He had actually used his deer tag. At least that would keep him out of the woods for the rest of the season. He wanted to know about a butcher shop to take his deer. I recommended one. Maybe they could convince him it was not a deer. Tagging regulations required the total filling out of the information and attaching the filled out tag to the deer's ear with 1 hour of harvest and before moving the deer. Shooting and tagging a once domesticated and now wild goat was not a violation, as the tag did not pertain to a goat. If the guy wanted to waste his deer tag on a goat, that was his problem. I wonder what his friends and relatives thought when he brought the goat home. We never ran into him again. And that concludes our experience with one strange guy. All the best, folks.